Hello and welcome to another Zach Carnage video, and this time I'm going to go through some of the tactics, or the cards you want to see from my Majestic Dragon Ruler deck, which I've been trying to push to you guys in the community to get you to playtest, or just give me any comments or suggestions that you have on the deck build. And you can check out a link to the deck up in that corner, where I will frequently tell you to come and watch this video, and in this one we're going to be explaining stuff. So, first off, we're going to talk about how to get Red Nova Dragon out first turn. What you need in your hand, this is where it gets a bit tricky. So first turn is difficult. Second turn is pretty easy, but first turn you need to see your 1-for-1. You need a reinforcement of the army, or a junk synchron, doesn't matter. Any of them will do. You need a dragon ruler, and you need 2 more dragons. Now, it doesn't have to be 2 dragons on their own. It could be a white stone with a Cards of Consonance, which is pretty frequent. It could be a Raikou that allows you to mill those dragons, or a Card Trooper, which does the same. But if you use the Raikou or the Card Trooper, you're going to have to normal summon, so you won't be able to pull this off until turn 2. But any 2 dragons will do, and let's get into the combo. So you start off with your 1-for-1. You play the 1-for-1, you discard your Dragon Ruler, any of them is fine, and you special summon from your deck a White Stone of Legend. Always go for defense, because there are more things which can stop you if you go and attack, and defense is just better in case they try and stop you at any point. So we've done the 1-for-1. This is, okay, so that's going to be the grave, this is the field. So in the hand we still have these guys, so we're going to play the reinforcement of the army, adding Junk Synchron from the deck to the hand. Remember, you don't actually have to play reinforcement. I just like the idea that we're thinning out the deck a little bit more. So we got the Junk Synchron, 2 dragons and stuff. Okay, so now we're going to banish these 2 dragons to special summon Tempest. We can now synchro an 8, which will be our Red Dragon Archfiend. Keep in mind we have not used a single normal summon yet, and we've already got Red Dragon Archfiend out. And we've got Junk Synchron in the hand, we've got a 1-star tuner in the grave. So you know what's going to happen? We're going to normal summon the Junk Synchron, use its effect to special summon the White Stone of Legend, negating its effect. And now 3 plus 8 is 11, plus 1 is 12. We can now synchro summon Red Nova Dragon. It's as easy as that. So all you need, again, I'll just go. Okay, so I've shown you how to get out potentially the best boss monster in this deck, but here's how to get out what I think is pretty much the second, and this is the Majestic Red Dragon. Now, this is really difficult to get out first turn because of the way that you have to use Majestic Dragon, but if you can, first turn, it's pretty good. Although first turn you probably want Red Nova anyway. Really, you want Majestic Red second turn if you find out there's something you can't get rid of, because the point of Majestic Red is you get rid of its effect and you attack over and you do a lot of damage. So yeah, let's get into the combo for this. So again, we're going to need 1-for-1, really the best card in this deck. We need a Dragon Ruler of any sort, we need a Kinkabio and a Majestic Dragon, and then you want 2 dragons. Now, just like last time, these can be ones that are in the grave. It really doesn't matter whether they're in the hand or the grave. You know, if you Cards of Consonance or trade in to get them wherever you want, then it's fine. But we're going to use these 2 as generic dragons again. Okay, so to start off with this combo, you need to play your 1-for-1. This time, we're going to discard the Majestic Dragon and special summon the White Stone of Legend again. Always go for the White Stone of Legend when you're playing 1-for-1, because it lets you get through your deck faster, because you get to the blue eyes. Okay, so now we've done that, we can banish these 2 generic dragons, special summon Tempest from the hand. So that's from the hand now, so this time we've discarded Majestic Dragon instead of the Tempest. We will then synchro summon Red Dragon Archfiend using those 2, because 7 plus 1 is 8. Gotta love that maths. Still got Kinkabio in hand, and we will actually have a Blue Eyes from the White Stone. And we still have a normal summoned, so we normal summon Kinkabio, bring back the Majestic Dragon, and that's our 10. We can go straight into Majestic Red Dragon. And the difficulty with this combo is that the difficulty is using your Majestic Dragon, because you don't want to run a lot of these in the deck, because it can only be used for the Synchro Summon of Majestic monsters. And there are only 2 in the extra deck that we can go for. Plus, this goes in the end phase, and you get back your Red Dragon Archfiend. So it doesn't stay on board as long as something like Red Nova, which is a bit of a shame, but it can be very useful. I used this to get over a Lead Yoke one game, which was really important. That was key because the battling boxer guy was just keeping me there for ages, and this was the only way I could get rid of it. But admittedly, Majestic Red Dragon, you're not going to go into it first turn anyway, so it doesn't really matter. That was just the first turn combo. I mean, your second turn is really up to you how you're going to go for it, but you're going to need this in the grave, this in your hand, and the Red Dragon Archfiend on board. With this deck, really first turn you want to go into your Red Dragon Archfiend, because we're not going into Majestic Star Dragon as much as Majestic Red Dragon, and Stardust Dragon just gets attacked over nowadays. Because it's only on 25, and you can't really do much about it if they attack it. So you pretty much, it's better to go for the Red Dragon Archfiend, because there are fewer things in the game which will actually be able to get past it. Also, you know, Red Dragon Archfiend in itself is a pretty good card, so even if you can't get the rest of your combo off, having this on board is still really, really good. So I thought I'd quickly go over why we've got Catastra and Ancient Fairy Dragon in the extra deck. Catastra is just really useful. There are so many things that you need to be able to get past before they can kill you. Like when you're going up against Boojins, they're not dark. So you can destroy them in the damage, you can destroy them at the start of the damage step before calculation, which means that they can't, you know, drop their crane and survive on you. And this is really important, especially with people nowadays they're going for turtle instead of hare, because they're a bit afraid of Silent Honor Arc, and this is where you hit them for that. This is where you stop them from, you know, taking advantage of all that hidden stuff in the grave. Ancient Fairy Dragon is a 7. We can bring it out with Debris Dragon. There's not really much else to say. It's got 3000 defense, and that does help you out a bit. And it can get rid of some really important things, like, because sometimes people will be playing their field spells, and that is what's going to get them through the whole game. And if you can get rid of that advantage for them, it's really quite important. Also, both of these are really easy to get out. So basically, cards you use to get them out are your Junk Synchron and your Debris Dragon, and your Raikou and your Card Trooper. So I should have them that way around. Raikou's going to be in grave a lot because you're going to set it and destroy stuff and mill, which is great. Junk Synchron, play it, you can bring back a 1 or 2, so you bring back Raikou and you can go straight to a 5, so that's your Catastor. And the Debris Dragon with the Card Trooper, Card Trooper does end up in grave a lot, because this is, if I can, first turn I'll go for this and mill some stuff. And, you know, it's going to the grave allows you that extra draw, so it's still pretty important. And Debris Dragon can just bring that back, and because you're going, because it's not 4, you can still synchro with it, and you're going for a dragon, so that's how we get the Ancient Fairy and the Catastor. Okay, so very quickly, this is the last combo I'm going to talk about in this video. If you want more, feel free to like the video, subscribe, and leave any comments or suggestions that you have down below in the comment section. That's actually how this video came about, was because someone left a comment, and I thought, hey, okay, I'll make a video for you. So this is a situation that happens to me a lot, because I love these two cards together on field. So we've got Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon and Azure Eyes Silver Dragon on field, and this allows so many things. There's an infinite loop, which I will go over in a bit. First I'm going to talk about something which I do frequently with this deck, which I love. So we've got these two. To make the Azure Eyes, we've used a 1-star tuner and a Blue Eyes, and so they're in grave. And we've drawn into a Junk Synchron, or played a Rota. Doesn't really matter. So these two are on board, standby phase, we're going to bring back the Blue Eyes. Pretty simple, okay? Next step, summon the Junk Synchron. Special summon the Whitestone Legend. I don't actually have enough room, sorry, so you're going to have to see them all squished up. So we've got a full board of monsters here. And this is now awesome. Okay, so we can synchro these two for a 10. making a Trident Dragon. We're not going to destroy anything, one attack is enough, it's just a good card. Also, we needed to get this in the grave. Now we have a 3 and an 8, we can make an 11. So there's our Star Eater. We now have enough damage to push for game. But there's more. We haven't used Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon's effect, so we use that, bring back the Azure Eyes, and now none of our monsters can be stopped. They're all dragons, and your opponent can't target them with or destroy them with effects. So it's super good, and obviously, you know, attack with Star Eater first. Because you want to get that 32 in before anything stops you. But I mean, like, Mirror Force won't be able to stop them. D-Prism won't stop the Star Eater, so they have to choose from these. If you really want to, you can put Azure Eyes in attack, because essentially you're pushing for game here. But I try to put it in defense anyway. So that is the combo which I've been doing a lot of recently. And next we're gonna go quickly, if I can manage to go into it quickly. We're going to go through the other combos. So these two are in grave again. Sending the white stone allows us to add a blue eyes. And what's the best way to do this? Well, I guess, you know, you basically at this stage we need to stand by face. We're going to get the blue eyes, and we need to get another level 8 on board. So we can do this in a matter of ways. We can say that, you know, previously we summoned the Sternum Staubdrache, or Stardust Dragon, for a little bit of extra protection or something, or you can bring it back, or it really doesn't matter. But we don't want to use the Red Eyes effect, and we need the Azure for the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And at this stage, we're going to overlay. You might think it's a bit of a waste to lose the Stardust Dragon at this stage, but it's so worth it, because we're going to go straight into Hieratic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. And now, at this point, we have a triple loop, because we use its effect, tribute the Silver Dragon to destroy something, and then we use Red Eyes to bring back the Silver Dragon. And now they're protected. So we attack, next turn, same effect again, sending it to the grave, bringing it back, attacking. And that is a really good system. And that's just with Heliopolis. But it's even better if you get your Scrap Dragon out on board. To get your Scrap Dragon out, obviously you can't bring back Blue Eyes, but we do play double Flambeau Guard in this deck. So you can use Azure Eyes effect to bring out the Flambeau Guard, and then you can special summon any of your Dragon Rulers, Synchro 8, and bring out your Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon's effect will target the Azure Eyes, destroy it, to destroy something on the opponent's side of the field, and then Red Eyes effect again, bring it back. And every turn we can do this. That is a majorly... it's just too good. Even if you can't go for the Scrap Dragon. If you've got the Flambeau Guard engraved, you can use Azure Eyes effect, bring out the Flambeau Guard, sing 10, make your Trident Dragon, don't destroy anything, and then use Red Eyes effect to bring back the Azure Eyes. And now with the Flambeau Guard we can keep doing this until the field is full. And if you'd rather, we can bring back the Flambeau and make a Star Eater. So yeah, that's just a couple of things to do with this deck. Hopefully you got some ideas on how fun this deck can potentially be. Please, you know, try it out, follow the link, and hopefully, you know, you've liked this video, and I'll see if I can get some duel videos up, but they're not going to be up for a while because I've got exams on at the moment. So I'm going to be going through them. And yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.